I'm stepping out on faith because guess what? Nothing about the day before says to trust these people. Nothing about the day before says that we can win.
Amazing.
But guess who says we can win?
Last time, just to recap for everyone here, we got the Book of the Ancients, the Spellbook of the Ancients.
Yes.
Congrats.
Yes.
We have to deliver it by the Lunar Festival, which is
Soon.
tonight. It is now morning. When we achieved it, when we stole the book last time, we kind of didn't really steal it. We acquired it. No one was really there to contest it. We were met with our good friends, the House of the Golden Fist.
I wouldn't say good friends.
House of the Golden Fist offered an olive branch.
I wouldn't say I was over the moon about it. Lunar Festival, baby.
There you go.
Got it.
But there was a confrontation, and it didn't go too well for the Bonds of Smoke.
It could have if we just would have fought better. Some of us, I don't know, we just could have gone all in. I feel like it would have been great.
And yeah, so it is now morning. You have all rested. You have all your HP back. You have all your spell slots back. Congratulations.
Whee!
What do you guys do kind of when you wake up? Like, how are you feeling? How do you wake up knowing you got to go deliver this thing and work with kind of a rival group, which was the stimulation for you, kind of you guys tanking it the previous day?
I do aggressive yoga.
Aggressive yoga? Okay, so what's Pablo slang
Dexterity.
like? What does that look like?
Aggressive yoga, well, it involves a lot of hip thrusts and knuckle cracking.
Wait, which knuckles?
What?
Which knuckles? Just want to
And
make sure what knuckles.
Toe
and-
knuckles.
The moose knuckles.
All
The
four.
buck knuckle?
All
I,
four
know,
appendages.
I need the toe knuckles to dig into the ground to brace myself for the
As
hip
you're-
thrust.
Yeah.
And is
is
this you're standing, or are you like on all
Oh, it
fours?
moves,
or-
I do the whole thing.
Oh, the whole set.
Flat on my back.
Yeah.
You know, I do some side
All the
ones.
warrior.
You know? Yes.
Chaturanga,
Like I try to keep the
all
bottom
the-
twisted and just I
So
do
maybe
everything imaginable.
It's not so much yoga as it is calisthenics. Like you're just like,
Well, you gotta breathe the whole time.
yeah.
You know what?
Yeah.
You don't want to sing before I've done my morning hip thrust.
That's fair.
I'm not pleasant to be around.
Uh-huh.
I gotta get that up off me. We got our asses kicked.
And how are you feeling
Yesterday.
as like the leader? Like, what are you gonna do to inspire like this band of, you know?
I'm pretty inspired by a good hip thrust. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about? Just watching that guy doing his thing on.
I feel like at the end of the day, I'm stepping out on faith because guess what? Nothing about the day before says to trust these people. Nothing about the day before says that we can win.
Amazing.
But guess who says we can win?
Coach.
And I picked all of you guys because inside of each one of you guys, there's a winner.
Oh.
And I got a thrust for each one of y'all.
Do you thrust at us or just like spiritually? Here's
That's how he knocks on our bedroom doors.
When you thrust it
He
in.
comes up to the door and just.
Happiness.
yeah. Instead of like a high five, it's a
Yeah.
thrust.
Yeah. So what is Vera feeling like
Yeah.
for the morning?
Like a big thing that's like for Vera of just like clawing her way to where she is now is that she always assumed that aggression and violence would be the best way to get where she wanted to go. But given that she and the party that she's a part of got their ass handed to them, she's having to rethink that entire approach of just like remembering what Pablo had taught her about the benefits of finesse and like the benefits of like navigating your way in channeling that aggression instead of actual like physical violence into trying to think about things that can get to your end goal as like more definitive ways, more decisive ways that feel maybe aggressively like in social situations rather than actual violence, because the way that she tried to do it didn't work. And now that she's having to think about that more when she's thinking about how they're going to finish the mission, she's having to like rein that part of her in. So as Vera gets up, she's like looking at herself in the mirror and just being like, you are that bad bitch. But we just gotta tone it down a little bit. stay bad, but stay ready.
Amazing.
And it's all just in the mirror. And then she's like writing little like affirmations and notes. Because she really likes her handwriting now, thanks to Pablo. It's all really nice.
I remember I bought you all the nice outfits. And I filed down your hoofs, and I got your hair done. You know what I mean? These are all things that befitting a lady.
Yeah.
Because I see a lady in you.
Yeah. So a lot of I think Vera like comes out even though like still recovering from like a black eye. She's like artfully tried to put like makeup over it, where she's like, I've been ready my whole life for this moment.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Happis.
Happis is fucking exhausted.
Yeah. How does it feel like being the last one standing?
Well, that was like a traumatizing event for Happis.
Wow.
Like, he just got this new family, went on a great adventure, everything turned out great. He got to lick a lot of shit. Perfect adventure for Happis. And then everybody almost died.
Yeah.
And then since Happis being the healer was the only one that survived, I would say that he spent the whole fucking night just taking care of everybody while they're like knocked out. So he's like exhausted.
Yeah.
His hands are raw from rubbing lotion on everybody. It was ointments and
It went a little long, I gotta say. The lotion went a little long. I was a little.
Thought it went just long enough.
You're all looking fresh.
Yep.
I
You
think that
lotioned
like
me, I lotioned the towel.
for Vera, because like she was remembering that you were like trying to give her like extra sustenance after the first part of the adventure when we got the book. I think like waking up and realizing just we have to do things different today, knowing that you would be exhausted, she like does one good and nice thing and like hands you a banana like near your door as you step outside.
Aww.
Yeah.
Like half peeled, you can get to it. You know you like licking everything.
I do like licking.
Yeah.
So she like one side has like Nutella.
It's like
Yeah.
every peel has a different
Yo.
Yeah. Just like putting it on a plate, just being like
An everlasting
get it.
banana?
an everlasting banana.
An endless banana.
Let's talk. We got any sponsors out there?
Stop it.
We just really copyright that right
Can
now.
we get sponsored by banana?
Yes.
That's a
Every
company.
The Chiquita banana lady. I mean,
banana.
she's hot, but she's old now. You got us.
Yeah. We'll make her a character in our next campaign. Product placement.
Yes.
Okay, so what about the dragonborn chaos magic sorcerer Tita Baby?
Tito
Tito baby.
Tito baby,
baby.
sorry.
Don't you get it wrong again.
You know what?
As I flash
You will get it wrong again.
my light crossbow.
Uh-huh.
I threaten you. No. I'm really bummed that we got beaten. So I recovered really quickly because sorcery. And then I spent most of the night reading the book. What's the book called?
Oh, the Spellbook of the Ancients.
I've been trying to read through that. So here's my thing. I know we got to deliver it. Let's deliver it. Two birds, one stone. That other crew, they're a bunch of poo-poo heads. Why don't we try to see what power is in here so before we return it, we have something to do to hurt them. Let's vengeance. Let's
Or
Batman
even,
this.
like-
So that's what I'm researching.
Even you as a sorcerer, like you're able to accrue wisdom, so there might be things that you can like recall in the book, so that we have maybe like a mental copy in case something happens to it. I
Make
think
The banana lady's right. Banana
but again,
lady.
I'm not. My character. Maybe Maddie's saying this. Vera's not saying this.
Oh, okay.
Do me a favor. Make
Yeah.
a... Where was it? Make a history check.
Me or Tito
Whoever
Baby?
read the book.
Oh, Tito Baby. That's
I
you.
read the book.
History check, baby.
Which roll do I do? The big one?
D20.
This one.
So I roll in there.
History.
And then you're going to add your intelligence mod.
So it's +1 and then 13.
No, you're going to add the +1 to the roll.
All right, so +1 to the roll. So I'm rolling to see what I discovered
Well,
something
yeah,
fruitful.
If you can remember something from the book after you've read it.
Oh, I remember it all. Do I understand
let's
it?
see.
Let's see if the
Oh
dice.
my God! I got it.
You're rolling to see if like
I'll
you were
figure
reading,
it out.
and it was like one of those times when you're reading and you're just like, no,
Wait a
paying
second.
attention to the words.
Yeah,
You're just like,
yeah.
"Fuck, I didn't read that.
Shit.
As a human, I don't think I've ever read otherwise. All right, here we go. 13 +1, 14.
Okay, so when you're reading through the
75%.
book, you notice there are a lot of spells about pastry work.
Word.
There's a lot of donut things. There's a lot of
Any
but
churro
there's
things?
a weird spell in the back though, and it's like it's this thing about like reviving like burnt pastries.
Like
So
burnt
it's like
pastries
if you burn something while cooking or baking, it kind of using the word resurrect is the most spot on thing, but
Okay.
Basically,
resurrecting like a pastry.
But if you had so quick question, if you had, so yeast is an alive thing. So if you can resurrect a burned pastry, does that mean you can resurrect alive things? If yeast itself is a living
Not
thing.
with the spell, you realize as a sorcerer with that spell specifically, it's catered for pastries, but there are bits and pieces you can rearrange.
Like
to-
yeast.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So we could like revive someone from the dead if we altered it with magic sorcery.
With certain components, you're not sure what those are yet with a 14.
Okay.
But you know this spell can be altered for different purposes.
Let's revive some badass warrior and then send that badass warrior to kill that group, and then we just deliver the sorcery book.
Or maybe, potentially,
banana bread.
if it again, this is like
Pumpkin loaf.
this is Maddie.
Churro pancakes.
There, our God in the game is referring to this other group as like good friends. Maybe there's like a bond that needs to be resurrected between the two groups that make them not enemies.
I hear that, but chaos magic, baby!
Fair
I
enough.
want to go for wildness, and if it takes us somewhere weird, I'm okay with that.
Okay.
What does Miko do? Because I know you were faced with the deal first, and this moment of really understanding like the other party the most.
Yeah, so
how do you wake up, and how do you also, if you interact with any of your other guildmates?
yeah, after Miko got that rub down to feel better because it was pretty beat up. He just kind of like laid in his bed in his room and just really thought about that whole like fight and interaction, especially with who's the fighter guy?
Juan Ibon.
Juan
Juan
Ibon.
Ibon's whole like gesture of like throwing his sword down and saying like he won't fight. So Miko's just kind of like replaying that whole interaction and realizing that he's probably like was actually sincere and wants to like make a change. So kind of like figuring out the best way to kind of tell the rest of the party where it's like, okay, I think these folks are trustworthy.
And so as you guys are about getting ready to like have breakfast and, you know, like attempt to get ready, because this festival's tonight, you have to deliver this the book to this castle where you were hired, where they hired you guys to deliver it to. You hear knocking on the doors, right? And kind of someone, the turtle, I forgot the turtle's name. What was it? Splinter. Opens, who the fuck is this? And then you see Maya walk in, like, good morning, bitches, we're back. And she kind of is like the typical Maya, where it's like loud and boisterous, and she's like, listen, we're gonna go on this journey together. It's like a day's travel. You might need some extra help. So she signals Juan, and he wheels in these like 5 kind of boxes, like chests, and she's like, honestly, you got these were supposed to be yours anyway, but if you want them, if you're down for us to come help you, like, these are for you. Go ahead.
We can't, and so these are just like little chests, right?
Yeah.
And we don't know what's in them.
I think, yeah, for Vera, like, whenever Maya first walks in, you know that, like, vibe that you get on your face whenever, like, somebody you don't like, but you can't let them know that you don't like them walks in?
Yeah.
Like, Vera's all smiles and, like, toothy, and just as the, like, chests get rolled in, she, like, just, like, tightly is just like, your hospitality is very much appreciated, Maya.
Give me a persuasion or a deception check.
Deception check. Okay. +0. 15.
15. Yeah, she's like, look, these are for you. Like we went into our stash, and listen, we have a special item just for you, but you guys got to know that we're coming on this trip with you now.
The whole group.
The three of them.
The three of them. Yeah.
May I ask that you open my chest for me, Maya? What an honor it would be to see what's inside.
Yeah, so are you accepting the help?
Vera personally is just kind of like trying to, again, like rethink all the interactions of last night.
Mm-hmm.
And so she is like earnestly just being like, what's inside? I don't want to touch it because I'm just afraid that I'm going to die instantly again.
Cool. Juan opens the chest because he's the one handling all these boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, this formless, kind of sludgy being jumps at you.
Okay.
And it like spins around you and jumps into your back.
Whoa.
And now you have this here. This is for you.
Okay. Am I allowed to read it out loud
You
to the
can
group?
read, yeah, you can if you want.
Tattoo of the Ugly. Summons the ugliest version of Vera. Melee attacks add 1d4 to hit or damage. Spells add advantage to hit. Suffers 1d6.
So basically, whenever
Every
you
turn.
need to, one time in the game, you can summon just like all the ugliness of your being as a clone, and they fight, and they have all the abilities you do. Well, signified on the
Yes.
thing, and so you just have that as like an extra thing if you need it.
Okay.
Vera,
Just kind of like as soon as the thing hits her back, she's like, "Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so lovely, Maya. What a wonderful gift." And as soon as can I see a clone next to me?
No. It's
Right,
it's a
yeah.
tattoo right now.
Right now, but it can come later.
Yeah, so you would have to summon it.
Got it.
You would have to like extract it out.
Okay.
By
What
like.
does the tattoo look like?
It looks like a version of you, but like you were lucky enough to, form a bond with these people.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like a version of you haven't seen before, but you kind of internally know if you hadn't met this group of people, you could have ended up very closely to this.
Got it. So I think what Vera sees, because I'm imagining if this is Pablo's bar, there's like a bar mirror behind
Yeah.
the bar. Whenever Vera is kind of looking at it in the mirror, she's seeing a version of herself that was still in the Outlander sort of rags that's across her back, and it's just a very stark reminder of how far she's come. So
It's the version of her before I cleaned her up.
well,
Worse.
it's even worse. If you never
met.
got to me.
Yeah.
So I think that Vera
No cleaning.
Yeah. Vera sees it and is just kind of I don't want to be that. So she again swallows what little pride she has left and is just thank you so much for the reminder, Maya. It is an honor to accept this gift.
Yeah. And she kind of looks at you and she's like, it's an improvement if you ask me. But let's get on. Who's next?
Can I just ask them to open all the boxes?
Yeah, you can open all the boxes.
Yeah.
Do you guys like?
Do you
I
open
think
it?
each thing has a thing. We can give you all the power, but if she gets a thing, I want a thing. Hey, you want a thing?
Happus is
Give
in
him
his
a
head, he's
thing.
like, I love free shit.
Okay, so let's go one at a time, right? But you all end up opening the box.
Okay.
So Miko opens his, and it inside, almost like Harry Potter where what's inside is bigger than the box itself. He pulls out this long, long pole item covered in cloth, and so he uncovers it, and it is.
So it's a vampiric spear. When landing an attack, recover 1d4 HP.
So whenever he hits someone with the spear, he rolls the d4 and he recovers that much HP.
Sick.
And then kind of Tita Baby
Wait,
comes
wait. I want my chest I don't want to open it yet.
That's fair.
I just want to hold on to it.
Okay.
I'll bust it out when I need to do it.
All right.
How big is the chest?
I don't know.
Are you gonna carry it?
It's like blind line. I want it to be like exciting. Like, we need to do a thing. Well, let's see what's in here.
Cool. I'm gonna just.
If it works, it works.
Yeah, that's what I was
Exactly.
thinking.
Yeah.
I want to know.
It comes with a woman. in a
There you
dress,
go.
And then
I would love
Happus,
that.
you kind of open your chest, and it's a shield, because they noticed as a paladin you don't really have a shield.
That's true.
But what happens is the piece of the wallpaper that you stole from the house, it kind of jumps out of like where you're keeping it, your bag or your pocket, and it like paints itself on the shield,
Oh, sick.
and it becomes this new magical item.
The wallpaper is floral, by the way.
Yeah.
Which floral?
Kind of like a pastel.
All of them.
All of them.
All the flowers.
Every
All the
flower.
floral.
Roses, Venus
Yeah.
flytraps. They're all just.
Shield of the paper wall. Raise AC by 1d4.
Wow.
So every time I get attacked.
You would just do that now.
Oh, okay.
You can roll your d4. What's your AC right now?
13.
Okay.
This is a fucking important roll.
There you go.
You know what? Make it with advantage.
2.
2.
2d4.
4.
Into the thing with all the other dice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now
There's
your
only
new
2d4.
your new AC is 17.
See, I told you.
Bitchin'.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
you talk to them.
And then
I know, it's your
Pablo,
dice that did good.
and then kind of Pablo, instead of Maya gifting you the thing, Perla walks up to you and she's like, "You had some problems with that spell yesterday, and I have like a little pamphlet that'll help you out." And so now and it takes like 5 minutes to read, and at the back, kind of like when you eat cereal, there's like a prize. On the back of it, there's taped, and it's a whistle.
A free cloud of daggers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So whenever you blow on the whistle, instead of expending a spell slot for your Cloud of Daggers thing and rolling all this stuff, you get
For free.
the Cloud of Daggers
Can you
already
get it?
surrounding.
Can he get it plus another one on a turn since he can like cash it in?
Yeah.
All right. Well, double turn. Double turn move.
And then, so Maya's like, "Okay, everyone's set. Let's go off to deliver the thing."
Cool.
Thank you for my thing.
Yes,
Hope
thank you
can-
so much.
Yeah, she's like, "Hope you put it to good use. It was supposed to be yours anyway, or this is just like, let's go deliver this thing. We'll talk and maybe, we can kind of build like a thing. We'll see.
I feel bad. I didn't get them anything.
Oh,
Happus, I'm
you
gonna
gave
need
us
you just
enough.
to eat that banana right now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can you
While
pat
they-
him down?
Huh?
While they
Can you
beat me
pat him
up, I
down?
let them.
They're still outside. They're ready to
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
So you're
They
all
had
gonna
sex with
travel.
me last night.
I said, can we
yeah.
pat him down?
No, they
So you're
did.
gonna-
They
you're gonna
actually
just,
did.
like,
I'm gonna roll for dexterity.
Go for a pat down
Constitution.
without consent.
You're just gonna pat down.
Roll a
We got the numbers advantage right now.
Oh my
Cannon.
god,
Wait, what's
Pablo,
happening?
stop.
I'm patting him down.
Oh shit.
Patting
Or
the
what?
pockets.
Okay. What are you trying
Of
to
course
find?
they're gonna be armed.
What?
What are you
They're
trying to
already-
find?
they're armed already.
They're armed already.
You're gonna go on a quest.
Because we're gonna go in the forest and like travel and
That guy
stuff.
carrying a
And we
spear.
all have our
Well,
own. We're all.
You have
Everything's
all your
back.
shit back.
We have
Yeah.
our own-
But they have all their shit back too.
Okay. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm still in yesterday.
I know.
Because-
No, it's okay.
Because
it's
they
okay,
won
it's
the
okay.
fight yesterday, they've leveled up.
We did not.
You guys
Which
did not.
means they could easily kill us
Yeah,
if
yeah,
they
they're way
want to.
stronger.
So where are we going right now?
You guys are going straight to the castle.
Got it.
Okay.
Is
So,
that? Oh yeah. So how do we?
because it takes this time to travel there, and if you don't make any stops and you travel from now till then, you'll make it at 11:30
In the
and
evening.
in the evening, and your deadline is midnight.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Wait, one of us has got to have like
Isn't
a
the festival going on right
teleportation thing.
Huh?
The festival's going on?
During the day,
Maybe-
but you're
During the day.
you're there.
Yeah,
for the,
I don't know if it's like with
the
also
end.
at the level that we're at that we actually have access to that kind
Yeah.
of spell.
Oh, you were gonna.
I
do
was gonna
something?
ask
Go ahead.
if we could possibly try to cut down the time. If I'd be able to like cut down the time a little bit by trying to use like beast sense. If I could like try to like touch a creature to try to like navigate through like
like
the
a
forest,
bird.
so that like in case we have any obstacles, they can like see overhead and like we get to circumnavigate certain things to get there faster.
You can, but it's a straight shot.
Oh, okay, never mind. Then we're
Yeah,
fine.
you like.
Are we?
It's just like walking from town to town, like.
Got it.
Because you can see it in the distance.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's a
okay.
castle.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
it's
okay.
the capital.
You can
of
see
the-
it, but it's like 18 hours away.
It's a big castle.
It's a big
It's a
castle.
big castle.
Is it?
If we start,
If
like
we start
it's still the
at-
morning.
it's
We
still
just
the
like got
morning?
up.
Yeah, I mean, okay. What do you want to do? What do you want to do?
You can see it, but it's 12 hours away. What is that, dude?
Or-
What does that even
or-
mean?
I don't think that's,
Hey, you can see the moon.
it's,
And that's way more than 12
That's
hours
way-
away.
the Earth is
Depends
round.
how fast you're going.
It's a round Earth. and I feel
Does
like
does
it-
anybody have anything kind of like what Eric was saying? Do you have anything
like a
that can like?
teleportation
Let's
thing?
do
Are we
this.
just walking, or are we using like a
Every-
horse?
It's
Yeah, do
like
we have a
a
horse?
A
like
beast
a-
of burden
what
of
Yeah.
sorts?
like a carriage.
Yeah. Do we?
Like,
Oh yeah. Do we
yeah.
have like wheels?
Yeah, you got wheels.
Okay. So
but,
we.
like, even-
Okay.
So we can't stop for food?
You can.
We have.
Are y'all hungry?
But does that take up time?
No, no,
That-
no, no.
that would- yeah.
That's like accounted
That's
into
part of
the
the journey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So we- yeah.
Like
so
as a normal
as-
trip,
Yeah.
as a normal road trip,
Uh-huh.
you get there with 30 minutes to spare.
Okay.
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 And
is
if
it-
you would want more
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
like get there early,
Yeah.
I will do. We can do a group check.
Okay.
And I'm gonna make that either an athletics or, you know what? Here, you guys can choose. It's gonna be athletics because you move faster. It's going to be an investigation because you're more aware of the path. It can be a nature check because you know the surroundings. It can also be a survival check. So whichever one you pick to get there faster, as a group, 3 out of the 5 of you need to beat a DC 20.
Oh.
Hold on 1 second. When we get there, we're in the castle, right? We're at the castle. Are we already in? You're saying we'll be
Well,
in front?
you're not there yet.
Oh, okay.
I
we
know,
just-
but are
yeah.
you saying we'll be when we at 11:30? We're in
arrive.
front of the person we need to be in front of?
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
So
wanna,
we get there early. What are we trying to accomplish early?
It would be that if there would be, in my mind, if we get there a little earlier and we're in front of the person, like if there's any time, because again, if we're like a band of mercenaries, if there'd be any time to try to like trap Maya and the crew before they actually like get in front of the person with us, like would we have any time to like
Like ditch them somewhere?
ditch them somewhere where it's like we're about to
Man,
get
these
there?
guys just gave you gifts.
Yeah, again, like
I don't know what they got me yet. I don't know. Maybe one curse in
Or-
that whole bunch.
Or if we truly just want to arrive there with them, then it's like fine. But there's something about like
So
there being
is this
30 minutes.
is this
into the night.
something that you tell us as a party before, like
in the
like
carriage?
in
yeah.
the caravan, or is it something that you're whispering? Like, is there any way we can? go
Yeah,
faster?
my question for the reason why I bring it up, it would be like question for you.
Mm-hmm.
In this caravan, presumably if we're on wheels in these carriages, is it one carriage? Do we have like two?
One big ass carriage.
One big ass carriage. Okay, so
It's a Jeep.
I think Vera.
It's
I
the
think
wooden version of whatever a jeepney is.
if it would be permitted to be able to pull this party aside on one of these stops, like you were saying, on a road trip, as we're like feeding the horses to give them some rest, or
Okay.
if, like
Yeah,
during
yeah,
during
yeah.
like a pee break of like, hey, the crew is like gathered around a pee break. I
We're all
think
peeing in a circle.
yeah, I think Vera would like confide into the group separately
Okay.
from Maya and the gang. Like,
Yeah.
do we want to roll up to like our yeah, sorry.
That's totally possible.
Okay.
But also,
Yes.
you're leaving them alone with each other as well.
That feels
That would be the trate-off.
That's fair.
that's fair.
Okay.
Like they can already kick our ass. Like it would be
Can I
nice to.
do?
So you're doing this to see if we can get there ahead of them.
Who's,
Well, it's
No,
more
you're,
no.
You're
Like,
ending up there at the same
like we're
time.
still. I'm saying that like we're still traveling together with them, but to fix question of just like pulling. Is it just like having a conversation with just the party? The conversation Vera would like pose to everybody is like, last night was probably the closest I've ever been to being completely wiped out from the face of the earth, and I don't want to be in that position again. So, in order to think about this in a way that we get all the things that we want and don't have to share it with anybody, if we still want that, do we trust that they're going to still hold up their end of the bargain and leave us be and not try to claim the credit when we arrive? Do we trust them not to do that? Or do we try to, I just want to get a temperature check on the party of like, do we want to work with these people once we arrive, or do we want to try to ditch them once we are within the castle walls?
I think personally, I would be down to be friends with them until the mission is done, and then when the mission is done, if they trust us, I think that's when we kill them all.
But that doesn't solve the credit thing.
Yeah, they get the credit, but they're dead, so they'll just never.
But
get
that's
credit.
our whole jam. We care about credit.
Yeah, but moving forward, they can't take credit anymore, or we kill them before the word gets out.
And Miko says,
So
well,
if they died in the journey,
they almost killed us yesterday, so
And they're stronger today.
yes.
yeah. So why haven't we learned our lesson? Let's just go for it. All right, let's just. Also, you're very charismatic, correct?
Correct.
Can I throw out another option that was also? We had the pee break. During the pee circle, can you do a charisma roll that Moma, what's her name?
Maya.
That Maya sees, because we're all peeing in the circle, she starts falling for you, she starts confiding in you, because she got the hots for you. If your charisma is off the charts, you can find out what their secret is, so we can cut the bullshit and know what they're all about.
I can do a charm in the carriage.
I think I would love if...
You're gonna cast a spell in the carriage.
Yeah. do
On
it, baby.
Maya.
Do
Okay.
it.
Well, what's the
His
thing
charisma's so high, unless he rolls a 1, she won't not fall in love with him. Look at how beautiful he
Wait,
is.
yeah. What
Read
would
the
you
thing for charm.
use?
Because if it runs out, they might know.
Which one?
So basically I get an
Just,
hour.
like, touching his
Got
shoe,
it.
like,
Charm
"Like, these guys
person.
are great. I don't know about y'all.
I think we can also
enjoying his
do
new
both.
toy.
Yeah.
I can find out her plan in less than an hour.
He's very handsome.
I can find out her plan in less than an hour.
And that way, knowing their plan, then we can decide, like, what do we want to do if we know their actual intentions.
Do you want to
I wanna-
cast charm person?
I want to validate your thing. I just want to do it with more info from their side.
I mean, by getting the information, we can literally.
That's true.
Now here's one
we
question.
can kill him now.
Once the spell is cast, do they remember it was cast? Do they remember any of it once it's over?
Well, it
I
has
think
to,
there's
is it
a
a
thing
willing
on
creature?
charm. I think
Yeah.
there's a thing on
Hold on.
Because I mean, charisma-wise, it's like.
Yeah, if her intelligence is pretty high, then
I think
it
she
can't be
knows.
charmed.
Like at some point, she's gonna know.
Attempt to charm a humanoid that you can see within range.
I feel like here's the thing. The charm you're about to do, it's a shot. It's a nice shot of whiskey. But you yourself, you're the beer, all right? You like hit a little later, you're a little slower. You just need to get her to the point of like, oh, I like this guy, and then you can just be you.
When
Just
the
be you.
when the spell ends,
Yeah.
she's gonna know you cast a spell on her.
But does she know
And
what
would she remember
spell?
what she said?
Does she know which spell?
Would she remember what she said?
Probably.
Can we roll to find out if she remembers afterwards? Can I roll for that?
If the
It's not like a roofie, like she'll
I remember.
If we know the plan.
Now she might know a spell, but she doesn't know exactly what happened during the spell. That's what I want to know. If she's gonna remember exactly what happened, what she told me.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
you really have
Charm's
to,
like a lower level.
I'm,
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't
this-
know.
I think
But
it
he's
would,
a
like, run
high
out and you'd be
level-
Like, why did I like him so much?
cool guy.
I don't remember what the
His
yeah.
charisma is so high.
If you had a spell like Zone of Truth, then we would know for sure because then
mean,
anything
oh,
that
shit.
I almost don't even want
if
you
you
to-
have a spell called Zone of Truth, then you can like actually be in a circle and you can ask a willing creature a question and they can't lie to you.
Right.
But if you only
Fair enough.
charm her, that doesn't guarantee that she'll tell the truth.
Okay. Here's
It'll
the
be like, I
true.
like you, but she
This-
might still lie.
This is. I'm gonna allow this. You can attempt to charm Maya, but just know there are other obstacles that you gotta mess with, like getting her away from her party, and
You're also like
It
low
says,
on time.
it says you have to get away from the party.
no, but like
What if I whisper to her?
What if he doesn't charm?
What
What
if I
if you're
whisper
just
to
schmoozy?
Oh yeah, you could like
Yeah,
try
you
not
just
to
do a
Roll
check.
for
You could just do,
charisma,
like,
and
a
then she just
check.
falls in love with you
yeah, instead of,
legitimately.
like, casting a spell.
Do a
you
what
can
check?
just-
Charisma check.
Yeah,
no?
you can just like try to like.
Because if she legit falls in love with
friendly.
you, we don't need no charm. What if she just likes you?
Okay, so
I don't want to tell you guys that I can do this, but I can do Zone of Truth on everybody in the
Carriage?
Charmer? Well, then we just use Zone of
I was
Truth!
about to
We
say
don't
if
need
we're
no charm.
I think that's the move because if we are on this long trip together and we're in this carriage.
We need to know what's up.
But the thing is, I think maybe to be interesting, it's because we're all riding in the same carriage, right? And we're all probably in close quarters. That means none of us can lie, including our party.
How long does it last?
10 minutes.
Okay, that's long enough to ask her questions.
Wait, hold on. What if we do, I can do fire anytime. I cause a quick fire in the chaos, zone of truth them, we bounce out for 5 minutes, come back in. We can get around not being truthful. He just needs to be with them. Easy distraction.
The fire's in the carriage?
The fire, I'll throw it outside in the chaos. I can fire it, and I can fire the carriage, then quickly ray of frost to put it out, but still in that wildness.
Still damaged.
Yeah.
But then our trip gets like longer because we damaged the carriage.
True.
But then we know that what their intentions are.
Yeah, but you might not succeed the mission anymore.
We can call it, I'll fart. I'll do something. We'll cause a distraction. We bounce out for 2 seconds. Zone of truth them. We come back in.
Here's the thing also with Zone of Truth. It's a somatic and vocal component.
So he has to do something with his hands and say it.
Say something.
So it's going to be obvious.
Every time you touch your sealed.
They know that they're under its influence.
Oh,
From the get-go. Yeah, that's a...
So even with the distractions, like they'll know that it casted, but you're just saying that
Then
like
let's just
for
step
us,
out.
Yeah.
We'll just.
Well, once you come back in, you're in the zone. It's like a bubble.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
I
an
put a bubble
AoE
up.
thing.
Yeah,
Can we do one side, other side? How big is the cabbage?
I cannot split
cabbage.
my bubble.
Carriage.
15
That was a
feet.
class that I missed that day.
All right.
On how to split the bubble.
Yeah, rocket.
Just do it.
Do the zone.
Do the zone of truth. As we're riding in the carriage
Do
to
we
the
want to
castle.
be truthful around them?
I think if the objective is that we want to know more about them, they already seem like they know everything about us.
Well,
is the thing.
question-
I don't think that we're gonna lose anything by us being in there.
Okay, so right now,
That works.
you're going to
I'm
get
okay with
there
Mhm.
with 30 minutes to spare.
Yes.
In order to cast Zone of Truth, you need to be moving.
Mhm.
Also, this meeting was 5 minutes
Yes.
out of... So you're going to get there with 25 minutes to spare.
Okay. So let's just go in the carriage.
If you do it casting Zone of Truth, it has to be while the carriage is moving.
Okay.
So you would all
Be in the carriage.
effectively have to be in while the spell's going on.
But it's an
do a zone
all-day
of
carriage.
truth.
We're riding all day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just ask them why they want to
That's
help
also
us?
an option.
Yeah, we can do
I don't
start
trust
with that. We
them.
can
I'm
start
not.
with
They're
that.
gonna. I don't know. They're
Get a
gonna.
temperature check.
All right.
Because we can also just try to roll insight, and then he doesn't have to burn
Do a
that
thing.
spell.
Right.
Yeah.
Or if we just riz the fuck out of them. What do you guys want to
Yeah,
do?
Pablo, just ask them like, why do you guys, as we're riding in the carriage, why do you guys want to help us?
We did it. We did it the day before. We did it last mission.
That's true.
But like,
we
why
did.
You also
like, why
attack them first.
Right. So then ask them like, why you?
And we asked them, why should we trust you last time?
Could we zone of truth and go back to the athletic roll, see if we can save an hour or two?
But I can ask again.
Yeah, especially that they brought like.
Okay, so
let's craft.
we're moving.
We're moving.
right?
We're in the
moving.
carriage.
In the
We're no
carriage.
longer
Okay.
peeing.
Yeah.
It's 25 minutes.
Yes.
T-minus 25
Yes.
to thing. Okay. So while you're writing, what do you kind of say?
What music do you want to listen to in the
I'm
car?
asking. I
Podcasts,
want to
music?
ask her, because the whole thing we had in the powwow
Yeah.
after the battle. I was like, they agreed to allow us to take the credit.
Yeah.
Right. And it's like, so if we take the credit for this, like, what are you guys really doing this for?
And who are you asking? You're asking.
Asking Maya.
Roll. What is it? Insight.
Yeah.
Roll an
so-
insight.
It's 11.
Plus,
2, right?
Yeah. So 13.
13.
You go. Well, you ask her. So you're kind of asking her, why are they helping you?
And to make, and I specifically asked them, are they going to let us keep credit for the find that we did actually do?
She goes, listen. After the fight yesterday, we all kind of talked, and Juan really wants to buy out. And I don't know what Perla's deal is, but personally, I think like because she got these powers because she stole this mask, right? She robbed a grave, and she goes, I've been having these like, I've not been feeling the same, and I think I need time away from the guild to try and figure this out. But also I know that part of it is trying to get on the straight and narrow.
You got a zoner.
I think Vera like hears that and is just like sitting there, thinks about the tattoo that's on her back, and be like, so as part of your journey of straight and narrow is to gift us with these? What part of this helps with you becoming clean all of a sudden?
She kind of talks to you and she's like, listen, I had one of those. And when I summoned it and I thought I had the most powerful thing in the world. And then I saw the possibility that that could be me. And she just like leaves it.
I can cast sleep. You guys want to like, take a nap till we get like to the castle?
Or we can just sleep.
Yeah, you can just fall asleep.
Right.
I would say like for the party it'd be like maybe good if we took turns. So if like somebody's sleeping, then like other people are up just in case something were to go down.
I'm already asleep.
Yeah, Happus been asleep since
Yeah.
we've been in the P break. We had to shake him
Right.
awake.
Okay, so you guys kind of fall asleep and kind of ride it out.
When you say we're sleeping, does that mean who's sleeping?
Sleep and shift.
Just
Sleep,
us?
You
no,
know
yeah,
what?
sleep and shifts.
You know what, Perla? You already hear like with the
Sleeping.
hood, and she's
Out.
like the ugliest sleeper. Like,
So they're sleeping?
huh?
No, like yeah.
Perla's sleeping. She's the only one sleeping.
How
Juan
long
is kind of like
Vera, like, the only other person that like came with Pablo on the journey was Miko, and so like in the carriage, she just kind of like sidles up to Miko and it's just kind of like, look, I think the only person that could actually lay hands on these people would be you, considering all this magic that they were able to throw at us. So I just want to get your impression. Do you think that they want to continue to be the way that they are, or do you really think that they're going to change?
I think they're telling the truth.
I think the only person that could actually get out of it, besides Happus, which again, how did he even? That's incredible. Don't tell him I said this. I'm only telling you this because he is fully asleep. How is it that that milk toast man was able to make it out of that fight and we were down?
Yeah, I have no idea, but based off of like what Juan was saying and kind of how the energy that I'm getting from them, I'm pretty confident that they're telling the truth.
Okay.
I still don't trust them fully, but you know, at face value, I could see them.
so during kind of the last legs of the trip, you know, you're in a confined space. Everyone's kind of uppity right now. Juan gets up and sits next to Miko, and he kind of gestures at that spear, and he says that spear's seen a lot of blood. But there's good in it as well. Like, it has a good spirit, and I'm pretty sure you can find a good use for it.
Spirit.
No,
Yeah, spirit.
Good
Damn it.
Spearit.
Say it's the spirit. Yeah.
And he's just gonna spear it.
Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, oh god.
It is.
Spirit.
Say that when you throw it.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, he says that,
Never apologize.
and he kind of like, he does the like uncle thing where he gestures to the thing and he like taps it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of all he says, and he's still kind of just waiting. And you sense he has this like kind of oddly, not because he doesn't know what you can do, but it's like a respect that you feel like you don't deserve because he hasn't seen you in action. Not because of like, oh, he's like this dude, but he hasn't seen you in action. But there's like a respect there. And then like Perla is just like knocked out, and Maya, you can tell she's like turned off a little bit. Like, you know, in the morning she was like really lively, and is like, ah, fuck you, like all that. Now she's kind of just sitting there, and she's like fiddling with the mask a little bit and looking a bit anxious. and you can tell this is like the first time you've seen her in a position of like weakness, even if it's just that like kind of mellow.
Let's capitalize on that
Thing.
vulnerability.
I knew
guys.
it.
I was
Let's go.
actually like
Let's
legitimately
go.
Vera like leans over to Happus and was just like, I never asked you. Hey, sorry, Happus. I don't typically ask much of you because you're new here, but I think Maya could use a little bit of your, how would you say it?
I'm out of snacks. What do you?
I think that Miss Maya would benefit from a little bit of your sunny disposition.
I think you should try and have sex with her.
There's
Once
that
you
option.
say, once you say
It
sex,
gets really red.
once you say sex, Perla wakes up and like,
Have sex with both of them.
Oh, okay.
Vera fully just
like,
kind of like
that's
leans
what
back
the
against the
group wants
carriage.
me to
Perla kind of looks at you. She wakes up and she's like,
What's your plan?
Like it was more like this is outside of Vera, obviously. Like the
Yeah.
whole thing, if just like he's mentioning that Maya's feeling very vulnerable, considering that he was the only one left standing, I would say out of everybody in the party, Maya would probably talk to him more, and mainly just because she had like told Happus the night before like what was going to happen. Given that she's in a vulnerable state, I think the only person she would inherently trust is gonna be the guy that like she could talk to from last night. Because all of us have been kind of, I mean, Miko hadn't really said anything, so like being stoic, but the rest of us being hostile. In Vera's mind, she's just kind of like, we have to do something different today. And the only person that was able to get us through something different was Happus. So her being like, if I have to stab these people in the back, I'm gonna. But I need to send in somebody else to make them feel more comfortable. And that would be Happus.
Head in. Get a temperature of the room.
I
Get a
pull my
room
lotion
temp.
out of my and I scooch over and I sit. I like hop over and I sit next to. I say like, you look really exhausted. Do you want some lotion, or I have the rest of this banana as well?
The creamy banana?
It's got a little
Now
bit
it's
of Nutella left
creamy.
on it.
Now it's
There's some of the lotions on this side, so I would avoid that unless that's your thing. I don't know.
is that your applicator? How you like apply?
With the banana, yeah. I whittle it.
Manners.
She takes. I'm gonna say this without
Rub this
being.
manner on
you're
you.
saying this so serious?
I'm gonna say this without sounding dirty. She takes the banana. She takes the banana from you.
You're blushing?
Yeah, but she kind of like. She doesn't put it in her mouth, but it's one of those where like she'll take the Nutella and be like,
She's like snacking a little. She's like nibbling it.
Like, thank you for the.
yeah.
It's like when you're in prison and like someone has like Cheetos. You give them a Cheeto.
No, do tell.
Give me a little.
Let's stop this. Tell me more about prison.
Okay. They don't got a lot of Cheetos. That's the
It's a
biggest
gold
issue.
mine. It's a
the
treasure
American
trove.
prison system right now. The lack
It's called
of
Cheeto loaf.
Frito-Lay products.
Yeah, and you can tell she's just like really weird. Like it's so inconsistent from what you've seen from her, and she's like worried almost. Yeah, and she doesn't really eat the banana. She just takes a taste and she's like, hey, that's a really cool shield.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I mean, you gave it to me.
I gave you the shield part.
The wallpaper.
The
yeah.
floral.
It
We
looked
dig
really
it.
cool. I stole it from that house. Don't feel good about that. But nobody was living there, so it probably is okay.
Yeah, and she kind of goes, yeah, I've done some really fucked up things as the leader of this whole thing.
You stole a lot of wallpaper too.
You can say that.
Damn. I know how that feels. we both live pretty rough, evil lives.
Yeah. And she goes, do you think bad people can eventually become good people?
Happus takes like a big sigh. He says, so I just moved to this town 3 days ago. It's been a crazy 3 days. Because I had to...
And they put you on this mission?
A job's a job. And I left because I had to start over. And shit, it's only been 3 days, and look at me now. I'm on a wagon. I've got new friends. Look at my shield. I think anything can happen as long as you want it and you kind of just go for it.
Yeah. This is all not making eye contact with you. She's like, you're on a wagon.
I'm on a wagon.
You can start over. And then she looks at you and she looks back down. And says, that sounds really good. And that was her talking to you. And as that conversation is kind of ramping up, you see, and you roll up to the castle.
The second best. And then we all laugh. That's because we're number one.
Like a colorful swirl of sprinkle magic.
Oh. Crawls off of Vera's back.
Yeah. She rips off your skin and crawls out, and she starts to okay, what do we do? Oh man,
Which
is this the
14.
loophole? How you beat my thing? It's
he has to beat
terrible.
14.